Hi Taurus, how are you? Welcome back. This is your July forecast. Just wanted to say that we've got these nodal shifts coming up around the 18th of the month. And, North Node, wherever the North Node sits, it's very much about something new. So whatever's going on, it's different ways of doing things, something new, something needs to break, the levee's got to break, this sort of thing. Taurus, what can I say? We have Venus, which of course rules your sign, square Uranus the whole of the month. Uranus is in Taurus, spoken to you about this before. So you'll have gone through quite a few changes, I would have think. So certainly last month, couple of months maybe, you've been thinking, this can't go on, or, I'm needed to do something else, or the situation has become difficult and so therefore I've had to make change. So Taurus, it's happening in your fourth house. There can be some tension. Fourth house energy is family. And I feel again that it's about hitting those limits with you. Have you hit the limit when you recognise that you can't do everything on your own? And it may well be with Venus square Uranus that there's that realisation that we need some help with something. Now, I've spoken to Aries a minute ago about that. Let's get these out for you. Whoa, thank you. That was the first one over. Wow, what can we do? That's not an apprenticeship energy. That's quite a masterful energy. Well, excuse me. And again, the King of Cups. So this could be another male around who can be helpful in some way for the situation. Wow, I cannot believe it. Just said to you, this could be a family condition that we're dealing with here. And if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, I feel Taurus, with this sort of tension going on in that fourth house, and you do need some help, it is important that you try if you can to reach out, or at least you can step outside and get some relief in some way, I feel, with that. Wow. Now then, again, building towards a much, much stronger connection. Now, this is very interesting because this energy is family. Fourth house energy is the womb, it's the mother. We could be talking about help with children or help with elder relatives, as for instance. But there needs to be a limit, and there needs to be an element of selfishness. Now, I'm not suggesting that I'm going to be completely selfish and disappear for 3 or 4 months. I'm not saying it like that. I just feel that we have to love on ourselves a little bit with this energy in the sky, especially with a nodal shift moving from Aries to Libra. And of course Venus rules Libra as well. So again, loving on you a little bit, guys. Lots of sunshine if you can, if you have the opportunity to step out, make some changes, take a breath of fresh air here, and that would really help you. A little bit of meditation. I want to say, do you remember there's an old tale, isn't there, that, when the plane's going down and the oxygen masks fall out, and you've got a couple of kids with you, you've got to take it first, then give it to the child. It's very much like that. You've got to take the sustenance to ultimately give out the energy. So that's very much where we're at the moment, I feel, with you guys. Wow. And if this is a relationship energy and not, say, for instance, could be a husband, could be a brother that we're calling upon, but either way it does link quite strongly with the love, the connections around family. But it may well be that we are looking for some help. We may well have been doing this, we've been mastering this for a long time, it's been a heavy build, we've been doing an awful lot, and now we need to have a little bit more fun, which is interesting. Wow, I cannot believe it. Devil energy, Pluto is retrograde back into Capricorn in the sky. This is a Capricorn energy. Finances, certainly that could be a little bit stressed at the minute, and I'm saying to everybody, let's be a little bit careful here. So if it's the overdraft that hits the limit, or you have been helping others and we really need some little bit of help coming back in, it can be all of these things, guys. Giving and loving, we all have that boundary. And I think that, again, with this Saturn in Pisces energy that we've got in the sky, it is important that we recognize what those boundaries are. You know, Saturn is boundaries, guys. It is boundaries, but I do feel with you that it's like, how can I explain it? It's like others needing to recognize that you do have a limit, um, and you cannot continue loving unconditionally when you're struggling. So that's really what I want to say. So maybe we need to recruit someone else to come and help with situations. But either way, there needs to be a degree of change where you can ultimately walk away from this. Wow. Wow, cannot believe it. Again, that's really hard energy as well. I think you've been carrying a bit of a weight, Taurus. Bless you. And I also feel that this weight could be shared, and that's interesting. I'm just going to move you forward a little bit, guys, just a little bit, because I want to take it to around where this North Node is going to be hitting you personally in your chart, right? And that North Node at the end of the day is going to be happening in that first house, okay, for you. So there you go. I mean, we've got to think about us. We've got, obviously, you've got the 7th house, we've got Libra in your chart, Taurus rising. So it's very interesting that I chatted to you about how we've got to bring something new. So it's very much about renewal, I think, with you, Taurus, renewing of your energies, loving on the self, recognizing limits, no matter how wonderful and giving and outgoing, there is a tiredness. And there is tension with this Venus square Uranus, and he is with us for the whole of the month, don't forget. So it is a difficult energy, and I think that it's about you learning to be a little bit selfish, just a little bit. And if you need to get extra help with something, if it's a family issue and you need to ask family, or if it's a family member and you need to ask family, then and recognise that, that I'm quite tired, I do need to step outside, I do need to take a breath, then that certainly could be this for you this month, guys. Wow. Whew. And now I'm looking at it this way and I'm thinking, hang on. Again, it's sort of like I'm so sort of emotionally embroiled in this situation. I'm so sort of weighted with it. I'm missing the point here. I'm missing offer, this offer of help, if you like, this emotional connection. So finding people that can help you go forward with whatever issues you've got going on this month, Taurus. I think that's very much where we're at, really. So yeah. Ooh, hang on. Wow, the 6 of Cups, very interesting. It's karmic, it's emotional, and the very last energy is the Knight of Swords. So this is great. So I'm just going to move them up slightly for you guys, so you can see the 12 on the table. So again, we've been busy, we've been real busy sorting it out. And the King of Cup energy, it's a very emotional connection, but there is someone around who can be helpful to you. Taurus, you're very loving, very social people. And of course, we've got these nodal axes shift coming. And my feelings generally about you guys are, if this is a family scenario that we've got going on, and you're needing to reach out and say, look, I can't actually do it on my own. I've done so much, but I can't do it on my own totally. Even if that's an authority with this energy of Capricorn here, if we have to reach out to an authority for help, I'm saying to everybody, watch your spending. And Venus, of course, loves that beauty, loves this, loves that, but it's very much about how we have fun. It doesn't necessarily mean we have to go out and spend loads of money. We can have fun by walking, or having a paddle, or going out and just getting out into the countryside, or whatever it is that we need to do. So it's like embracing that natural world is going to be helpful for you guys, I think, at the moment. And this is throughout July. I think you are going to be quite pressured. Obviously, as we're going into August, we're going to have another look at that. But yeah, I think it's about you recognising that there is only so much you can do, and there is only so much love you can give. There are only so many smiles you can smile, without thinking, I've hit my limit, I can't do this. So if that is a relationship, if there needs to be change, there's certainly an indication that there's a change in your thinking here. Big change in the thinking. Um, Money may be a little bit scarce, guys. There might not be an awful lot of that coming through. But I do feel that, again, linking this with an authority energy, if you do need to reach out, if it is money, okay. And of course, Taurus energy, second house, it is finances, how we're going to put a roof over our head, how we're going to manage. But because we've got this Mars Venus energy happening in that fourth, I think you're dealing with quite a bit of energy around family, and certainly you're going to get by if you can reach out to others to help you along with that. Okay. So yeah, I think we're pretty much done on that one, Taurus. So as I said, you've hit your limit. Recognize when you've hit your limit. Recognize when you have to take that breath of oxygen before you give it to somebody else. And if you do that, and if this is relationships, well, maybe we need to go back, and we've got a lot of retrogrades in the sky, so we're doing a lot of reflecting. How can we reassess this? Let's reassess it. How do we eliminate this tension? How do we sort of move away from that? All right. I hope that's helped you, Taurus, and I will catch you in August. I'm sending you loads of love, and have a great July, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye now.